Okay, what we have here, these are two large tridents that were found in the rubble. They were the bases of the tower. You can see in the middle there, the tridents, what they looked like. Let me scan up in here. There they are there. Okay, this is a replica of the globe that sat out on the plaza before the Trade Center was destroyed between the North and the South Tower. It was found in the rubble, and not this one, the real one was actually found in the rubble and is down a few blocks in Battery Park. Okay, this plaque here was part of the original dedication of the Twin Towers when they opened in the early 1970s. I believe the date was April the 4th, 1973. This plaque was on the north end of the Trade Center on the North Tower, and it was discovered amongst the ruins. This is a very interesting spot right here. What you're seeing here in the middle is known as the Slurry Wall. It was built in the 1960s to help keep out the Hudson River from encroaching in and flooding the area. It was a real big concern that after 9/11 happened, that this area may have given away. It would have caused massive flooding and disrupted a lot of the transportation as they were trying to rebuild. The wall has been reinforced, as you can see on the right side over there, and over here on the left side. Those big, round, almost peg-looking things have been drilled in diagonally or at a slant to help provide support. They've been driven into, I believe, the bedrock underneath the water and underneath the island. Here's another slightly different view of the old slurry wall right there, along with its support on the left, its new support, and on its right. Here's an interesting photo of a support beam that was just bent under pressure. It's believed that this beam was somewhere in the 30 to 40 story range on the South Tower, but it was just folded over. That's a tremendous amount of pressure to be able to do that to steel. Here we are down at the Slurry Wall. It still does have very small leaks. It did have leaks before as well. A little bit of water from the Hudson River leaks in. But boy, do those walls do good work holding back the river. This is an underground water valve that was put in 1993 to help with an upgrade to the air conditioning system. It allowed water from the Hudson River to come in, which they used for doing some cooling work in the building. I really find this area in here truly amazing. This is actually the footprint of the South Tower, but this is also where the waterfall is up above. The waterfall is inside of that material. The pumps and other things that recirculate and move the water are also located up in there. It's pretty amazing stuff. Right in here is again part of the original footprint of the South Tower. Looking up above is where you can see up above there would be, if you could see through it, that would be the waterfalls area right now. But down in here, this is where the original beams were and the support structures were that were cut into the concrete, the base, to help anchor it into the bedrock. Here is some more excavation work from the South Tower. It was eventually dug out and uncovered. Here's a look at the North Tower's footprint. It also has the cement things in it. It also, that area is covering up the pumps and other things that maintain the fountains upstairs. And it goes clear down there just to show you again how big they were. Here are some more column remnants. This time, this would be on the north side of the north tower. What we have here is a small part of the antenna that was put on the North Tower in the late 1970s for broadcasting purposes. Again, it was over 300 feet tall, so this is just a little portion of it. This is one of the motors that helped power the elevators of the Trade Center towers. I can't remember the exact number, but I think each tower had over 90 motors in it to run the different elevators. Here is ladder truck number 3 from the fire department. You can see just how badly it was damaged. The attacks happened right as a lot of firefighters were getting off their shift and the new guys were coming on, so a lot of guys who actually could have went home decided to stay and help. I believe there were 11 people from this group who did not make it. Okay, what we have here is part of a support beam that was located between the 93rd and 99th floor. This is only part of it, but this is where the first plane hit. It's one of the beams that was struck first. It's so large that this is only about half of it. I will show you the other half a little later. Here is the second part of that support beam area from floors 93 to 99 of the North Tower. They're so big that they weren't able to put them together and stack them on top of each other, so they had to hang in different spots. But this is where the impact from the first plane would have been. Here is a diagram of those two large metal supports ripped apart. To me, this is just one of the most horrifying things. This is right at the initial impact zone, and this woman had survived in the building, but about 10 minutes or so after this picture was taken, she fell, unfortunately, to her death.